After 32 entertaining matches, round 1 of Fight Night is in the books. Everyone now knows what to expect from this new season. Tonight, lines will be sketched in the sand between the pretenders,
His hopes are fading fast!
the contenders,
Winning with a statement!
and the centers.
What a shot there!
It's all coming up tonight as BattleBots Reborn Cup continues.
Nightmare! Needed to know that you belong here. Yeah. It's your fucking nightmare.
Hello everyone and welcome to BattleBots Reborn Cup, where crazy ideas are not only allowed but encouraged. One person that I know has a crazy idea is the lady next to me, Sam, because she believes that pineapple can go on pizza.
It belongs.
No, it doesn't.
It tastes fantastic.
It doesn't. I'm Italian. Like, come on. My whole family doesn't like it.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Anyways, tonight's fight card begins the second round of matches, and everyone will be hoping for important victories to boost their respective goals.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to add more. Yeah, so we've completed the first round. You're either 1-0 and you're looking alright, or you're 0-1 and another loss will really put the pressure on you. So a lot of bots are going to be looking over their shoulders for bad reasons, while some will hoping to do it because they put the whole field behind them.
Well, with that in mind, let's check out tonight's fight cards. Tonight, Gigabyte attempts to extend his strong start to the season when he faces the 0-1 Stinger.
We have an 0-1 versus a 1-0, but they're not who you would expect them to be. The 1-0 Death Roll looks to double his money, while Minotaur looks to stay above water.
And for the main event, a pair of 1-0 bots look to put each other in the rearview mirror. It's Huge versus Tombstone. For more on that top of the table match, we're going to go ahead and bring in our pit reporter, Captain Mantine, and figure out what he thinks.
Thank you, Sam. And coming into this main event, I'd actually have to give Huge the favorite here because I feel like that overhead potential damage that Huge has may be able to damage that frame on Tombstone that hasn't really been tested very well yet, I think. I don't think really Bite Force gave it much of a trial run. We'll have to see how it holds up in the Huge fight, but I feel like that exposed motor and those extenders not being the strongest may be Tombstone's downfall here. I don't know if he's going to be able to rack up damage quickly enough to end that fight.
Thank you, Cap. Always a pleasure to have your input. I can't wait to get these fights started.
Alright, well, talking about getting the fight started, we have the first match of the night, Mechavore versus Cobalt. It's a good thing this season isn't single elimination, or Cobalt would have been out in such embarrassing circumstances.
And it's an understatement about how embarrassing it would have been. But yes, Cobalt is one of the first bots to be saved by the new format, and he's got a great opportunity here to make amends immediately after with this second fight.
Mechavore knows this is a very important matchup for him after his 1-0 start.
Yeah, bots in Mechavore's position will need a good resume to get into the tournament. He's not going to get that if he's getting the Mecha Rampages of the world, or even if he got like Ringmaster or something, but he's getting Cobalt. That's a big deal. So if he can get this win, he's looking great.
Well, let's see if he can indeed look great down in the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, this old man can throw some hands. He'll make you the one who needs the support bands. It's Mechavore! In the blue square, double knot your laces, kids, or you're going to be the one tripping harder than he did last fight. It's Cobalt!
Let the bot battle begin!
So a big chance for Mechavore to prove he's the real deal against Cobalt, who of course lost with that unfortunate shot in the Episode 3 main event. And here goes Cobalt getting under Mechavore, and he's got him flipped.
Is Mechavore able to get back from this?
Well, he doesn't have a self-righting mechanism, so he's relying on Cobalt to be nice. And we'll see if Cobalt feels like being nice while he's taking pieces off.
That's not quite nice.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, actually. But is he trying to self-right him? He is! Mechavore back on his wheels, the fight continues.
Will this be detrimental to Cobalt? Would that be the not wise move to make?
And we know how you feel about these sort of maneuvers, but he flips Mechavore again. And I have a feeling this time he's gonna leave him. No, he's still trying to go after him. And still.
Confusing strategy. There goes his
Oh,
weapon
there we
at
go.
least.
He just wanted some damage for the fans, I guess. I don't know if he's even going to be able to flip Mechavore over. It won't matter if he does, because now Mechavore's weaponless, and the count begins. Mechavore is getting abused here. This is unfair.
I know, poor Mechavore.
Cobalt, move! Stop it! All right, there, the fight's over. Now you got to back away. Well, not much to this fight. Cobalt knew he had a significant advantage, and he took advantage of that.
Yeah, ultimately the fight could have been done at the very get-go, but Cobalt decided to be nice, if that's even the right word to use.
Yeah, I don't know. He gave Mechavore more repairs than they would have liked. Maybe they should have just tapped out, but regardless, we got a little bit more action from it.
Yeah, it was a little more exciting.
But the outcome is still the same. Cobalt improving to 1-1 and dropping Mechavore down to the same record in the process.
Poor Mechavore.
Well, lots of flipping.
Yeah. Not the result Mechavore would have wanted, though. That's not good for your resume. Got a good rebound for Cobalt on the other side of things. He'll be feeling a little bit better. Still some work to do to improve the resume for both machines.
They're doing what they can.
It's still early, you know?
Well, going into the second fight of the night, we have Ultraviolet versus Hexadecimator. In order to have a top and bottom for standings, someone's going to be at the bottom, and that's where these two find themselves.
Both at 0-1 currently. Someone's going to have to go 0-2, and both of them already don't have the best of resumes. So they're going to be really staring down the barrel here if they find themselves on the losing end.
With both bots low on their tier list, it's unlikely that 2-2 is good enough. So this is a must-win already.
I think that's a safe bet, to be honest, because it's a real hole to dig yourself out of when you're 0-2 with a not-so-good resume, because your third opponent might not be that good, and even if you win 2 fights, the resume just looks worse from there. So you might as well just win now.
That's fair. Well, let's see if winning now is for one of the bots. Yeah, I mean, one of them has to win the match, so I mean, one of them gets to...
Would be fun to disqualify both of them for no good reason whatsoever.
be interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, he's so confident in getting a victory that his attention is on the cheeky Nandos he's getting after to celebrate. It's Ultraviolet! In the blue square, don't go easy on him. No, seriously, don't go easy on him. We're retiring him after the season anyways. We need a new build. It's Hexadecimator!
Let the bot battle begin. Ultraviolet going right over the top of Hexadecimator, losing that first battle for ground clearance, but now he's on the side. And making me dizzy a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that's over. Ultraviolet, of course, was beaten to a pulp by Hypershock in his first fight. There's a flip by Hexadecimator. Can Ultraviolet recover? And he does brilliantly, actually.
Ground clearance battle so far seems to be kind of even.
Oh,
nice
what a
split
shot!
there. Nice.
What an attack by Ultraviolet to rebound and score some points. Perhaps these two are fairly evenly matched.
Oh, Ultraviolet takes a bad bounce, and now he's flipped over again.
Hexadecimator doing his best. Gonna hold him there? No, he let him go pretty easily. Lost opportunity, if I say so myself.
He's still on the attack, sort of. It was a good counter to start off that whole process. But both bots do seem evenly matched, and they're going back and forth, punch for punch. Oh, and another ramp incident as Ultraviolet goes over the top, and again. Hexadecimator still seems to lack the flipping power to make these chances better than they are.
You can see, too, once Ultraviolet gets to the side of Hexadecimator's pretty much immobilized, can't really get out of it.
Yeah, like right now, he's got complete control of him. Gives him a shot with the spikes, that'll score a point or two. All of the little subtleties you see, every little movement, every turn, every attack, it's going to be vital if this goes a distance. I think both bots are preparing for that. No one really has the knockout power with a lifter and a flipper combination here. Ultraviolet now sitting on the top of Hexadecimator trying to take a break, it looks like. It'll be detrimental to either bot if they lose, with both of them sitting on an 0-1 record at the moment, so you can definitely see they're going for it.
But somebody will win this match.
Hexadecimator staying too long on the kill saws and taking damage. He's only got 2 wheels, so he's got to be careful to take damage there. If he loses one, he'd be in big trouble. Meanwhile, Ultraviolet has 6. He wouldn't care if he lost one. Bit of stalemate here as both bots are trying hard to get the upper hand by getting underneath the other bot. So far, it's pretty even. I think Hexadecimator might have the edge. He's not necessarily getting big flips, but he's winning the ground clearance battle, which means Ultraviolet can't do anything to him.
Ultraviolet here trying to get some last-minute control, try and gain himself some points.
Yep, final 10 seconds. It's been a while, actually, since Ultraviolet got to the side of Hexadecimator like he almost did there. But this fight is going to peter out to a judge's decision. They're going to have to sort through this mess. Early on in this fight, we saw some good things from both machines. Hexadecimator was getting underneath a lot, but Ultraviolet did good at getting to the side and pushing Hexadecimator around.
Yeah, throughout the entire match, they were going tit for tat, essentially, swapping out who was in control and who was doing the best, ultimately.
Seems like towards the end as well, Hexadecimator's weapon struggled more and more, and it was more so Ultraviolet just ramping over him.
It'll be interesting to see what the judges have to say about this, but I have a clear-cut winner in my head.
I think I do as well, so let's see if the judges do.
The results from the judges are in. Your winner, by unanimous decision, is... Hexadecimator!
Unanimous is unanimous.
Yeah, there were some bright spots in the early stages for Ultraviolet, but he couldn't keep that up over the course of the 3 minutes, so that'll be very concerning. For Hexadecimator, the old man is still alive and kicking. Good for him. We'll see how he does in round 3.
Tried to do his best. It'll be exciting to see where he goes.
You can't kick me down!
Going into the third fight, we have Stinger versus Gigabyte. We learned a lot about both bots in their first round matches.
Stinger had a tough time with Gigabyte in that match. There were some mistakes made all around, and then on Gigabyte's side, he looked pretty good. Little out of control at times, but I like what I saw from him, that's for sure.
Stinger will be feeling the pressure more after his 0-1 start. How should he approach this fight?
Well, it's never easy when you're going up against a tough full-body spinner, but Stinger was made for tough full-body spinners. And now he's got Flicker this year to help him out a little bit. So if you can find a way to control the somehow uncontrollable Gigabyte and let Flicker do some of the work for you, I think that's his best bet.
Well, let's see, shall we?
I guess we could see. Do you feel like seeing it right now?
No, not really.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, we'll just record it for you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll look at it later. But you guys go down to the
Is she
box.
tired? She wants to take a nap.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, he may not be the ultimate bee, but he's still a bee. And he's still very angry. It's Stinger! In the blue square, he'll mega mess your files and tear a hole in your hard drive. Not even the best antivirus can stop Gigabyte!
Let the bot battle begin. Stinger goes for the box rush, but kinda missed. And now he's going after Gigabyte as Flicker's trying to keep his distance. Oh no, Flicker, get out of the way!
Flicker!
Oh, no! Not again, Flicker's upended! That's not the strategy that Stinger wanted to implement.
Stinger now trying to quickly flip back Flicker.
Flicker has had the worst tournament of anyone so far. There goes a shot. As Gigabyte hits the wall, I believe he got a piece as well. Stinger is still trying to get Flicker back into
And Flicker's back.
Yeah, he's got him now, but Gigabyte's got him cornered.
Whoa!
Big shot there. Gigabyte ricocheting off of 2 walls. What a frantic start. There goes a wheel from Stinger as well.
Gigabyte at this point in time is now just pinballing around the box. Flicker's smoking now.
Flicker is smoking. Stinger lost another wedge piece. Gigabyte is taking damage as he hits the wall. This fight has been, well, interesting so far. There goes another wheel from Stinger. And another piece, I think, of the wedge. Gigabyte is just absolutely destroying Stinger. Another piece, and he takes a bump.
Another hit to Flicker.
I can't believe Flicker's still alive right now.
It is quite surprising.
Shrapnel is everywhere. Everyone's running into it as well. Well, Gigabyte, despite being out of control for large portions of this fight, he looks deadly. Another shot there as he hits Flicker into halfway point. Stinger barely has any wedge left, but he's got 4 wheels, so he's still able to drive. Now he wants to use the back end to absorb a couple hits. Ooh, a collateral shot sends Flicker upended again.
I think Flicker's dead.
I think that might be the one. Yeah, Flicker's gone. The poor little bot got abused in this fight. And now is Stinger trying to use the carcass as a shield? He lost another wheel.
How dare he use Flicker as a shield?
This is absolute shenanigans. And an absolute disrespect for the dead. Flicker takes another shot from Gigabyte. My goodness.
At this point in time, I have no idea what Stinger's even trying to do.
He's just feeding shrapnel to Gigabyte at this point. I think he's given up on winning and is now just desperate to entertain, which I'll take it because it's working. Gigabyte continues to spin at a deadly speed. Another wheel! Another wheel! 5 out of the 6! As Gigabyte flexes his muscles
the last one.
and seals it with the 6th and final wheel. It's too late for a countdown, so it looks like it's going the distance, I think. But what a fight we've had regardless. Ladies and gentlemen, it's over. Let's take a look at the replays. It started off pretty bad for Stinger. He missed the box rush and also flipped Flicker very early on, and the problems just mounted from there.
Poor Flicker was just trying to do his best.
Apparently the team chemistry isn't the best, but at times it seemed like it worked. There was a good shot from Stinger to help protect Flicker.
I want to say on the opposite end, Gigabyte did well, obviously. Powerful, yes. Drove decently once he was able to get his footing. But a lot of the match, Gigabyte really didn't have his footing. He was just going all over the place.
Yeah, he's facing a bot here in Stinger that's very powerful, fast, large, and has decent control with the 6-wheel drive. And we definitely saw that with Gigabyte just bouncing around every wall. But when he was on his wheels, boy, Cap, was he deadly, wasn't he? That was incredible.
He sure was. I had a front row seat for a couple of those wheels flying in my direction. I was even a little scared. I thought I might have went right through the glass with that just amazing power of Gigabyte. It's had 2 great showings, and I'm really looking forward to more Gigabyte this season.
Rip Stinger's wheels.
Rip everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is there any bot left to compete?
I don't even know. I mean, technically in real life, that would be a very hard rebuild, but I mean, all we have to do is hit the refresh button.
Shh.
Anyways, we're on the 4th match of the night. We have Deep Six versus Duck. Both bots would have bitten your hand off if you offered them a chance at going 2-0 to start Fight Night rounds.
Yeah, these are bots that don't win often and don't win at the first time of asking. So for both of them to be 1-0 is already unsettling the table a little bit and causing fights like the one you're seeing now to happen. We would have never put them against each other regardless.
We talked earlier about the middle pack and about winning your way out of there. Who would benefit more from the win here?
Duck is a little lower down than Deep Six, so the win would probably benefit him a little bit more. And there's also the fact that Deep Six was given Helichopper in the first fight, so his resume is already a tiny bit better. So I'd go with Duck.
All right. Well, let's waddle. Down the
Waddle
bots.
away, waddle. Till the very next fight.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square. I hope you've got good armor, because his hits leave more than just a flesh wound. It's Deep Six! In the blue square. This bot has more defense than the Capitol building security, which isn't hard to beat. I mean, just look at this bot. It's Duck!
Let the bot battle begin. Duck moving straight on Deep Six. And he's already tipped him over. This could be over in the first 5 seconds.
Really? Can Deep Six not get back up from this?
Well, it looks like Duck is gonna try to get him up, but Deep Six is gonna need the assistance. It's so far not working, and Deep Six is gonna get counted out. Is Duck gonna continue to try and help? It looks like he will, but he's going to be unsuccessful. This one is over.
Wow.
Rip. Well, not much to look at from this fight besides this.
Yeah, it was a really, really quick fight. Kind of disappointing on Deep Six end, but he did his best, I suppose.
Yeah, didn't really have a chance to do much else. And Duck didn't need to do much else. He will take the victory in stride, and now he's 2-0.
I will forever hate any bot that tries to help their opponents. That's just what I'm saying.
Wow, rude.
Deep Six just didn't have any grapes.
I get it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
And that's what happens when you don't have grapes.
That's what happens when you only sell lemonade. Anyway, I think that's all that needs to be commented on that fight. Going into the 5th one, we have Beta versus Little Sister. We don't always give Little Sister the credit she deserves. This bot fights with a lot of confidence.
A lot of heart, a lot of passion, and a lot of wins in her career. She's been around for all 6 seasons, and I don't know if there are many seasons, if any, where she hasn't won at least one fight. It's nice to see her going strong.
Well, Beta's decline continued with the opening round loss to Mahler. How does he stop the rut?
Hey, stop Little Sister's flipper. Get that hammer working. Get it to cause some damage. If you damage part of Little Sister's flipper, you've pretty much got the whole thing. So get swinging and get hitting.
Get swinging and get hitting on your way to the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! in the red square. If you want to excel in this sport, you need to have a good outlook, and you don't want to have Microsoft armor. Get the PowerPoint I'm trying to make? It's Beta! In the blue square. Not even Kevin McAllister could keep this bot at bay for 3 minutes. What makes you think you can? It's Little Sister!
Let the bot battle begin! Little Sister looking to get off to a 2-0 start. Beta trying to salvage 500.
Ground clearance is kind of a struggle for both of the bots. Oh, Little Sister got under Beta there.
And is doing a good job of driving Beta around and flipping Beta over. And we know that Hammer struggles to help Beta self-right, as we're seeing here. Little Sister being very patient, not sure if she wants to get Beta back on his wheels or not.
I know it stands for more entertainment, but strategy-wise, again, I say just leave him alone if you want to have a win.
And surprisingly, the count hasn't started yet on Beta. Seems like it already had on Deep 6 at this point.
And Beta now has more leverage with his hammer. Little Sister going in, and he's back.
So now we'll see if Beta can respond, and there's a good shot early. And again, right on the top of the flipper. Little Sister needs to be careful not to have that flipper damaged.
The ground clearance for Beta. Oh, his hammer!
And there goes the head of the hammer. No more being careful for Little Sister. Beta not very clean with that last shot, and it cost him dearly.
I was just about to say how the ground clearance gives Beta a little bit of an upper hand because he can still hit Little Sister. But as we can see, it didn't really give him an upper hand after all.
Little Sister must have been confident enough in the way the fight was going to have flipped Beta back over, and as we can see, it's paid off. Little Sister, of course, one of the 6 seasoned veterans of BattleBots Reborn Cup with another flip there.
And again, Beta cannot get back over. Little Sister helps him.
2-0 is looking very likely now. Beta trying to use the rest of the stick there to look like he's trying. Credit to him, he is trying. There's just not much you can do without a primary weapon.
We now enter what seems to be a pushing battle as we near the end of the match.
Little Sister is still struggling to get underneath Beta. It might not matter too much anymore given the damage in this fight. That should be enough points to win Little Sister the match. There's a miss flip, and Beta tries to respond as best as he can. He's basically a front hinge flipper that is very high up on the chassis. But maybe Beta can win some points back by just staying aggressive. He's refusing to back down in those stalemate exchanges.
At this point in time, just getting to a judge's decision, I believe, is better in the match, even if you know you're going to lose.
Ooh, and getting under Little Sister might help there, but in the final 10 seconds, you have to wonder if Beta has done enough at all to make this a close decision. Otherwise, Little Sister will be going 2-0, thanks to the judges. Well, it was another fight where we had the opportunity for the winning bot to free the losing bot from a losing position. Little Sister was very sportsmanlike in that regard.
And again, we know my stance on that. Ultimately, it didn't backfire against Little Sister. Helping Beta in this fight just showed that Little Sister could do more rather than if Beta's hammer didn't come off and Little Sister died. But we have to give credit where credit is due. Little Sister survived and showcased the abilities that they have.
Maybe they'll be a little upset that they didn't win as many ground clearance battles, but surely they've won the fight, right? We're gonna go down to the judges to find that out.
The results from the judges are in. Your winner, by unanimous decision, is Little sister!
Vita, my man. The was that?
That's a great question. I'm sure a lot of people are spamming that in the chat as we speak. Can't wait to hear about it.
Quickly putting that behind us, we have the 6th fight, Brutus versus Mortis. We have 2 winless bots, but winless in very different ways.
Yeah, vastly different ways indeed. Brutus didn't really do much of anything against Lockjaw and succumbed to his defeat with a whimper, whereas Mortis was nearly a winner in his first fight and really took it to death roll. Not many people saw that coming.
It's no surprise that Mortis performed better of the 2. The former semifinalist is aging, but does he have enough left in the tank to push for a tournament spot?
I would say so, and he can probably look to Hexadecimator for a little bit of inspiration. He's already put in one good performance against a bot that has been modernized, so he can be very proud of that, and I just hope he gets the luck of the draw and can get one win at least, because he deserves it.
Yep, well, let's see if he deserves it enough.
Wow.
Down in the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square.
This robot insists that he would have actually won his first fight if it wasn't for our strict gun laws.
It's Brutus! In the blue square. You'd be better off jumping off a cliff than letting him leave you stiff. Full of vim and vigor, prepare for rigor! Mortis!
Let the bot battle begin. It's the battle to avoid going 0-2 this season. Mortis looked a lot better in his defeat, and he's looking better here with a good flip early on Brutus.
Brutus was really trying to get like a strategic approach to Mortis, and it didn't really work the best.
And Mortis seems to be going with just sheer brute force as he gets underneath Brutus again, and now he's trying to corner him. He's using the flipper mainly to get Brutus flipped over, and then he's trying to fire with the axe. So he's got a very clear game plan here. Brutus now trying to push back, but he gets caught with a half flip. Another ground clearance battle is proving difficult for both machines.
Brutus now controlling the way the fight's going a little bit. If he gets on the side of Mortis, it seems that he can kind of just push and shove him around a little bit. But again, like Nick said, it's a ground clearance battle, and neither of them are really gaining any advantage.
Yeah, big stalemate here. Brutus is trying everything he can to get underneath and damage that flipper. He's definitely caught onto the strategy that Mortis is attempting, and he's gotten to the side again. Takes a shot from the spikes, though, and again. In fact, those spike hits might have saved Mortis from that bad position.
Mortis trying to time his potential shots. We're about halfway through the match.
Now he's trying to get Brutus to make a mistake like he did there! And Brutus getting pushed and flipped over, and now Mortis trying to tee off with the axe.
Mortis taking this opportunity. We'll see if Brutus can get out of it. Almost got flipped there by the spikes. Could have helped him.
You know, in a way, Brutus is almost better when he's inverted because the weapon is a little bit closer to hitting the chassis of Mortis in this position.
However, it allows his underbelly to get hit time and time again, as we just saw.
Good attack there from Mortis, really scoring points and separating himself from Brutus on the scorecards. He'd love a knockout if he could get it. Brutus is just trying to find a new solution, how to break down this Mortis machine. Mortis is being very stubborn. He's just refusing to budge. Swing and a miss there from Mortis as he tries to land another axe shot. Definitely having a harder time when Brutus is right side up. There's a little half toss, not much done there. Brutus is really pushing the tempo now. He knows he's behind on points. Final 10 seconds. Is this one going to the judges as well?
I believe it is, and I think I know who the winner is going to be.
And with the final seconds ticking away, this one is done. The judges will decide again. Well, we saw some good things from Mortis again in this fight compared to his first round defeat against Deathroll, but maybe not as much as he would have liked.
Honestly, I do think that the ground clearance issue in this match was what caused both of the bots to have some difficulties.
Brutus had some opportunities, but it was few and far between. I'm starting to really worry about the potential for this bot.
It'll be interesting to see what their next matchups might be, but for sure, both of them I think need to get their shit together.
The results from the judges are in. Your winner, by unanimous decision, is... Mortis!
Well, I guess he deserved it.
Yeah, I told you. He's been here for a while. He's a good boy.
Yeah, but he old.
He is an old boy.
He old like my brother, who's balding. Call out post. Love you, Chris.
Also, how old is he? Call out Sam!
Rip. Into the 7th fight of the night, we have Deathroll versus Minotaur. Let's go to Captain Mantine, who's got important intel from the Gatorbot camp.
So I'm down here at the Gator camp, Sam, and there appear to be a lot of no masks down here, a lot of water, a lot of criminals, and what? Oh, I appear to be in the wrong place. I think they're talking about the death row camp. I'll be right back.
Now it's your fucking nightmare.
Hi there, welcome to the Coleslaw on the Barangoat Twitch page. If you came here for good gameplay, well, you won't always find it.
I didn't get out.
Please get out.
I didn't get out. I didn't get out, what? I swear to God.
But don't worry, sometimes it does happen.
Oh my God, finally! Put it in the mix. Oh wow. Oh wow. Finish it! Oh!
We may be average and inconsistent at the games we play, but one thing you can always find here is banter.
Ow, magic stepping on a testicle!
Good times.
Sir, you didn't pay for that. It was free, damn it! Why are you trying to profile me?
And plenty of questionable comments. Negro666 is now following. Oh no! So, if that sounds appealing to you, then follow us and join our strange community. We stream at least 3 nights a week, and we also have a YouTube channel with more offensive content there. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you stick around. You might find something funny.
She's a lumber black.
Now it's your fucking nightmare.
Well, that was a minor inconvenience and a terrible place to be. Now we're back here at the Death Roll crew, where the Death Roll team has apparently taken off the little red extender wedgelets that they had in the last fight, and I've been told that is because they just didn't work. I mean, in the Mortis fight, they struggled to get under anything, and I think this way their weapon will have a little more reach, a little more bite, and they hope to get under and give Minotaur that one mean uppercut that'll try and take it out from this match.
Thanks, Cap, for that information. So, Deathroll has ditched the troublesome wedgelets, but is this the right time to pull the trigger?
I don't see why not. Minotaur doesn't necessarily have a lot of wedgelet surface area ground clearance in his own front. And if Deathroll honestly thinks it was causing a problem, you'd rather find out early than decide to do it at the end, where maybe you're 0-3 and then you win that last fight and then it's like, oh, well, what the hell? Why didn't we do that earlier? So, let's find out.
Alright, yeah, let's find out.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, see the lightning, hear the thunder. Who approaches? You better no longer wonder. It's your favorite gator from down under. It's Deathroll! In the blue square, he's not comparable to a boar. He's just an angry bull out to settle a score. It's Minotaur!
Let the bot battle begin. Minotaur with a very aggressive start, and I think he got a good shot on the side of Death Roll.
Death Roll not even out of his box yet at this point in time.
Oh, big shot by Death Roll! Is Minotaur stranded?
This cannot be how this match ends.
What an unfortunate shot that was! Maybe a little overzealous from Minotaur, but once again stranded on his side, and it'll result in a cup defeat if Death Roll is gonna leave him, which he is. How do you write the script of this? Death Roll wins. Well, Minotaur came out very aggressive. He looked like he was ready to take the fight to Death Roll, but maybe that was the wrong strategy.
I don't know, at first it seemed like it was working. You know, Death Roll was kind of stuck in the box, but one good timed hit left Minotaur stranded.
Death Roll now improves to 2-0. Cap, how do you feel about this bot? He seems like he's doing pretty well so far.
He's looking really good, Nick. He's had 2 very impressive showings, and despite a lack of a good wedge, that croc has one mean bite.
Wow.
Did the wedgelets work?
I don't even,
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I guess, maybe?
But it was a good fight. I mean, like, fast, but entertaining.
Iconic moment, that's for sure.
Yes, that's the sentence I was looking for.
Nice.
Congratulations. Anyway, into the main event. Drumroll, please.
Look, I'm tired too.
We have Huge versus Tombstone. Woo! Exciting!
Don't worry, there will be epic music there.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, with both bots sitting pretty at 1-0, this match comes at a crucial time.
A very crucial time. The dogfight towards the middle of the pack and towards the cutoff line is going to be a great battle in itself, but we cannot forget about the fight at the top of the table where everyone wants #1 seed and everyone wants the slightly easier path during the tournament. Every fight, when it comes down to that, is crucial.
Which bot could rebound from a defeat better if they had to?
I would believe Tombstone, because he's a former champ, he's proven himself, he's gone farther more consistently in tournaments than Huge has, whereas Huge just has the one good season from last year, so if he goes 1-1 now, it's like, okay, well maybe Huge is just kind of like, he's there, he's alright. There's more pressure on Tombstone, I think.
Alright, well let's see who's gonna get that crucial leg up down in the box. Yeah, leg up.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square, fight hard, but don't leave a bruise, or he'll take off quicker than Ted Cruz. Don't blow a fuse, or you're gonna lose to Huge! In the blue square, there's no halftime in BattleBots, but he's so good he can take a break whenever he wants. It's Tombstone!
2-0. Too good to pass up, but too luxurious for one of these stars. It's time to duel. Let the main event begin! The 1-0 Tombstone and the 1-0 Huge. Only one can improve to perfect 2-0.
Tombstone at this point in time just trying to get some of his wheels.
He's looking very erratic with his driving. We don't normally see Tombstone driving like this. There's a big shot! Tombstone comes out of it smoking!
If this keeps up, Tombstone might get knocked out. We won't even have to worry about another judge's decision.
keeps riding right in the middle between Huge's wheels, which is exactly what you don't want to do against him.
For once, Huge doing a decent job.
Oh, wait a minute. Tombstone lost a tooth. He hit the wall, and he's lost one of his teeth. Everything is going wrong in this fight so far for Tombstone. And Huge is just sitting there reaping the benefits. What can the Season 4 champ do to turn the tide? Did he lose
his other tooth?
I think he did. And now Tombstone's got a toothless blade. Huge is making this look easy.
Now, if only Huge could drive a little bit better.
And he's still struggling to drive, but he doesn't need to do too much, I feel like, at this point. Tombstone, without his main weapon that has won him so many fights, has won him multiple trophies in the past. He's got to dig deep and find a way to break Huge down and not break himself, but he takes more damage.
Have about half of the fight left. Do you think that Huge is going to get a knockout?
He's definitely looking like he's on course for it. Just needs to make sure he doesn't get caught, doesn't take any dumb damage that could cost him this fight. Tombstone is running for his life, the likes of which we rarely ever see. He's trying to push Huge over to the hazards and start damaging the wheels. There's a lot of pieces there. Tombstone tossed a wheel. Speaking of wheels, and he takes another crucial shot.
Tombstone at this point in time just losing pieces every time Huge gets to him.
This fight is looking dead and buried, and Tombstone takes another shot from Huge as he lays stricken on the wall. What a way for Huge to potentially seal the knockout.
And the countdown begins.
Huge, back away, you've got it. What are you doing? I don't know why he's moving in, but the count hits 0, and Huge moves to 2-0. Let's take a look at the replays from this main event. It started off very strange. Tombstone not looking like his normal self.
Yeah, he seemed a little unsteady. I thought he was going to get some of the wheel bits off of Huge, but right after Huge got that first hit, it kind of foreshadowed the rest of the fight for Tombstone.
Yeah, he ran into the weapon twice when he shouldn't have, started smoking, lost a tooth hitting the wall himself. It just seemed like everything that could go wrong for Tombstone in this fight went wrong.
I can completely agree with that. But on the other hand, for Huge, this was amazing. Although his drive is still a little wonky because his wheels can't quite get the traction, he displayed a really, really good fight.
And now at 1-1, Cap, how worried are you about Tombstone in this tournament?
I think the former champ got a bad draw here. I don't think you should be too worried, but I think everybody, the whole field, should be worried about Huge. That thing is powerful, man.
Well, Huge still hasn't gotten really good traction solved yet.
Not quite.
But he apparently doesn't need to because that was amazing.
Yeah, the weapon's really hitting hard this year. And I wonder how much of effect we're seeing from the wheels being shrunk down in size, a little lower, a little closer to his opponents. Tombstone couldn't handle it. I've never seen him like that.
It'll be interesting to see if this happens again in the future. But for sure, I found it very interesting.
Yeah, definitely a statement result tonight, as were some of the other major results that went on tonight. Bots are starting to settle into their groove. Some are realizing they're in deep trouble. Deep 6 isn't one of them. I mean, he's 1-1. But there are some bots that are in deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
Yeah, some deep trouble.
Shut up.
You started it.
No, now you went there. I know exactly what. God damn it.
Thank you guys for watching.
And we'll see you in about 2 weeks or so for the next
Maybe.
episode. I don't know why I stumbled over that.
I don't know.
I tried to change it last second.
Bye.
Bye.